Hi, Paige here. Today is, what's today? Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. It's about 5:15 in the evening. Getting ready for evening and, hoping for some of my favorite YouTubers to post. And so I looked, scrolled through on my phone. So my hair, sorry, side note, it's at a really awkward growing out. I'm growing it back out. So like my goal is to kind of keep it above the shoulders, kind of a bob, and then I have a kind of a low hairline here, so I always have to like clip it to the side. It's not clipped right now, but it's long enough to lay over. I don't like how it looks, but it's livable, I suppose. I'm kind of all over the place. Got kind of a lot of updates. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I want to jump on and do a post because I was excited to see a lot of my favorite YouTubers had posted today, or this afternoon for evening viewing. So I thought, oh, let me film something and post so that I can contribute. I've said that before. I like to post so I can contribute to the pool of options for crocheters and such. So that's what I'm doing, and I do have some updates. Before I forget, I wanted to kind of explain something that I realized I went off on a tangent and didn't explain. It's kind of out from left field, but I was talking about missing work and that I had missed a day of tutoring. I get paid to tutor my nephew. It's a regular 2 days a week type of thing. But I missed one of the days because on Sunday, February 23rd, kind of a freak, wrong place, wrong time. I placed my hand on the back of the passenger seat right as my cat was climbing up to go into her over the cab it's her bedroom. And her back claw went between my fingernail and my cuticle. It's pretty much healed up now. But it happened on Sunday, February 23rd. And I was keeping it clean. I was keeping it covered with bacitracin. I'm allergic to Neosporin. Don't know why, but can't use it. I get a really itchy, blistery rash if I use it. So it was keeping it clean, keeping it covered with the bacitracin. By Wednesday, it was infected and not draining and very, very tender. I was to the point where I couldn't use my hand, as if anything slightly brushed up against it. Bumping it was just debilitating. So I went to urgent care and got it lanced and drained. Sorry, TMI. It felt a lot better. But anyway, I was there a total of 4 hours. I was in the waiting room for over 2 hours. Then I think they forgot me in the exam room. A couple times. But anyway, I'm a patient person. And I have my phone. But yeah, so that took up the entire afternoon. I had to because the urgent care closed at 8 in the evening, and I normally tutor in the late afternoon, early evening. But I had to be down there the whole time. So anyway, that's why I missed that day of work, because from a cat scratch. Didn't get cat scratch fever. He said he was going to look up and see if I needed any kind of antibiotic, but I never heard back on that. So, and it's better after because he said to wrap the Band-Aid snug, which I did, but it just wasn't getting better. I mean, it never got as bad, but like a week later, I thought, oh, this just isn't right. And he said, soak it in water, soften the skin, you know, squeeze it, that, and which I did. And I just felt impressed to do the Band-Aid the opposite, open it up. And then it healed super fast after that. So that was that. Okay. So I am at the tail end of COVID. Last Monday, I started feeling kind of aches and pains, like in my thigh, like my thigh bones, just kind of, I thought, well, wonder if I'm just tired or run down or what have you. That was Monday. Tuesday, I woke up sick. It's all a blur. I don't know, I think I had a temperature, aches and pains. Wednesday was bad. Very sick Wednesday. Missed work. I worked Monday because I didn't feel sick Monday. Felt sick Tuesday, felt really bad Wednesday. Still felt bad Thursday. Fever on and off for the whole week. Started feeling better, by like Saturday. Still not 100%, not 100%. I've had COVID one other time. Hadn't tested yet. I didn't know I had COVID yet. But yesterday was Monday, and I've had COVID one other time. And one of the things I noticed that time was that I would be sitting in my chair in the middle of the day, watching TV or whatever. And I called it like the Rip Van Winkle. Is that the man who slept for 100 years or something like that? I would just wake up having been asleep for a long time and didn't even remember feeling sleepy or falling asleep or my eyes getting heavy. Didn't remember anything. I would just wake up after having been, time would have passed. And that happened a lot of times. Although, I noticed then and I notice now. So for me, COVID is I call it the sleepy virus or whatever, because it's happening again. Yesterday I noticed, I was falling asleep in the middle of the day, just like all of a sudden waking up going, I don't even remember falling asleep. I was, I'd been dozing in my chair. And so I thought, I wonder if I've got COVID again. Last time I had it was December of 23. So my provider, this is a whole different thing. They don't test for COVID. They don't treat COVID. My particular provider. And yet, if you have an appointment, I had an appointment for my wrist Friday. They wouldn't let me come because I had symptoms. COVID symptoms. And yet they don't test for it. They don't treat it. And I was out of luck. Can't go to my appointment. So when I'm all better, my plan is to see if I can meet with it's a clinic. See if I can meet with the person in charge. It says the phone calls are recorded, and just very politely, calmly ask if we can listen to the last 2 or 3 conversations I've had with the person who answers the phone when I call to make an appointment, or as I had called. I had called Wednesday, the day I felt the worst, to ask if I could get tested for COVID, and the guy said, we don't test for it, we don't treat it, we don't do anything about it. And I said, well, I have an appointment Friday for my wrist. Can they test me then? He goes, if you have symptoms, you can't come to your appointment for your wrist. So I canceled my appointment. I mean, it just does not sound right. I don't know. The guy's kind of young. Maybe he doesn't understand what he's supposed, Anyway. So my plan is to see if I can meet with the person in charge of the clinic and ask if we can listen to the last few, because that receptionist has done this before to me. Just said, like with my finger, they didn't have, it was getting infected, it was getting abscessed, it was getting bad, and it was starting to hurt down, down my finger, and I knew it needed to be dealt with. And when I called to see if I could be seen, no, we don't have anything. We don't have any appointments for, a week or so, And I'm like, okay. And he did not say, he's never told me, we have an urgent care at a different location. It's the same healthcare group or whatever, but they have different locations. I never knew that they had an urgent care. So after we hung up, and I thought, I need, what do I do? So I remembered hearing about an urgent care in the next town over, and I thought they took my insurance, so I went down there, went in, told the gal at the front, blah blah blah. She checked. She goes, we don't take your insurance. And she said, this is the urgent care that takes your insurance, and it was a couple towns over. And so that's where I ended up for my finger. But that receptionist at my clinic never told me about, and it's part of his employer's group, right? So back to last Wednesday, when I just wanted to drive and see if they could come out to the car like they used to and give me a COVID test. I wanted to know if I had COVID. He did not say that our urgent care 2 towns over does do COVID testing. He didn't offer up that information. And to me, that doesn't seem right. It doesn't make any sense at all. So, yeah, I think I might just meet with, see if I can meet with the person in charge and just, we can listen to those conversations and just see if I'm not understanding something correctly. Is he doing his job correctly and that's how they do things? And if it is how they do things, I might be looking for a different provider. Or what, anyway, it isn't right. It's kind of like, feel sick, too bad. Anyway, I'm done with my venting. I'm off my soapbox. Oh, well, okay, so, I texted my sister. My sister's texted me and said, how are you feeling? Because this was yesterday, Monday, and I tutor Wednesdays and Thursdays, her son. And so she was just checking in because she knew I was sick because I had missed 2 days last week. How are you feeling? I said, I'm not as bad, but I'm not 100%. I said, it kind of is acting like COVID. And she said, do you have a test? And I said, no. And she goes, do you want one? And I said, yes, but I'm out. I was too far away I had gone out to this one place where I go and had just gotten settled. I still wasn't feeling great, and I didn't want to drive all the way back into town to get the COVID test. She goes, so I said, she goes, do you want one? I said, yes, but I I won't be back into town until at the end of the day. She goes, well, she goes, I'm not home right now. Let me check when I get home, and I'll let you know. So after a while, she said, I have one. I said, okay, can you leave it on your porch, and I'll pick it up when I come back into town at the end of the day. So she did. So last night at 8 o'clock, I read the results, because you got to wait 15 minutes. Positive. Yesterday was the last morning I woke up with a sore throat. I did not wake up with a sore throat this morning. I have sores in my mouth, like tender areas inside my mouth, and a little bit of congestion, you know, or whatever. Not too bad. And my voice sounds, you know, like I have a cold. So today is much better. You know, each day I'm feeling better and better. So my supervisor for my other job, she checked in with me this morning, and I told her I tested positive last night for COVID. Well, I'm scheduled for another double on Saturday, and she said the CDC says, anyway, I can't remember exactly what she said. This was kind of earlier in the morning. You know, 9 or 10 o'clock, probably more like 10 o'clock. She said that the timing wise, she goes, when did you test positive? I said last night at 8. She said, she goes, we'll need to find someone to cover for my double on Saturday. And I said, okay. So I'm not working this Saturday again, but I think those 2 shifts will be the last of my 40 hours for the year of sick pay. I'm grateful for it. I don't get sick very often at all. So I'm confident I'll be able to get through the rest of the year without needing any sick pay, and I'm so grateful for the 40 hours of sick pay that I do have. So, and that'll help offset the loss from my tutoring job. And I don't know. So tomorrow morning, so now I'm out again, and I found a campsite that I'm going to stay at overnight tonight, so I don't have to move and get up early and all like that. And then when I get back into town tomorrow morning, I'm going to go buy another test and test myself. Yeah, if it says positive, then I probably won't. Yeah, if it says positive, tomorrow's Wednesday. That's right. If it says positive, I'm not going to tutor tomorrow. If it says negative tomorrow, my sister might let me tutor. I don't know. It'll be up to her. But yeah. So that's that. But I had said that I think I said. I don't know if I said. Yeah, I think I said that I wanted to try out the Karen Layer Cupcakes yarn. The label comes with a pattern for a bucket hat. Oh, I've been twisting this. Karen Layer Cupcakes. And the inside of the label has a pattern for the bucket hat. So I picked up Saturday. I felt well enough, and I had to go get some things, and I didn't know I had COVID yet. There were some essentials that I needed to go get. So Saturday I ventured out and ran some errands and went the next. So it's actually 3 towns over, 2 or 3 towns over, because my Michaels doesn't carry this yarn, but the next Michaels over does. So I did a curbside pickup, and I got 3 skeins. I got the blue colorway. I'm working on a bucket hat in the blue colorway. Okay, so I got 3 colorways, and I'm color controlling and cutting them up. And I took all the blue out of the other 2 colorways. See that they're all kind of cut up, but each of these had some blue that I took and joined, and I'm using in this bucket hat. Then I'm going to, if I like this bucket hat and I like how it fits and stuff, because I think it'll help me kind of get through the growing out phase, to wear a hat now and then. If I like how it fits and I feel okay in it, then I'll make some more with these other colors. I'm thinking like I could make an orange and yellow one, although I don't really want to wear a hat that's the same color as my muumuu. Like I'll contrast it just because I'm tall. I'm 5'11". At my tallest I was 5'11" and 3/4 in high school, and then now I'm closer to just 5'11", I think. But and my muumuus are, you know, longer, so that's a lot of all one color there. So like I could see wearing maybe the blue one with my, I don't know, I'm in my 60s, I can wear crazy colors. That's how I feel about it. But I've got pinks, yellows, oranges, greens. So yeah, I'll play around with it and come up with another couple. Like I could do a yellow and green one and a pink and orange one. Yeah, something like that. So that's what I'm working on here. I showed my daughter, the one who's in college, these little keychains I made, and she was, I want one, I want one. So I made her one. I'll bring it to her in May when I go to watch her graduate from university. I'm boiling water for some. I've got Idaho. They're Idaho and real potato flakes. Because the sores in my mouth, I can't like chew anything crunchy or crispy or anything that would like poke. I feel like I have a canker sore on the inside, which is a COVID symptom. It can be a COVID thing. Sorry, the sun is starting to come down. Oh, I don't know what to do about this. So I haven't started the flare part of the bucket hat. I'm not really a hat person, but I think I'm at the point where then I start making the flare part. This looks like what's that country? There's a country where the men wear hats like this. Anyway, yeah. I think, once again, I forgot to write a list of what I wanted to bring up. Although, I'm filming on my, where's my phone? I'm filming on my, oh, here's my phone. My iPad. So I can look at my notes here. Yeah, I covered everything. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, when I made this orange slice, this is Big Twist Value. And I used a 2.0 crochet hook. Was it a 2.0? I think it was a very small crochet hook. And that seemed to kind of help the Big Twist value feel less cheap because the stitches are like more compact. So that's kind of a tip that I want to keep in mind when I use the rest of my Big Twist value that I bought. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I feel like I'm starting to ramble. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to have my dinner. My water's boiled. I heat my water up. This is a 12 volt, has a 12 volt plug. And I boil the water in there. The heating element is in where the water is, so I can't heat food or soup or anything in there. But I use that to heat up my water for my herb tea and my oatmeal in the morning, and I'm gonna have some mashed potatoes. So yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great week or day, evening, morning, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.